These are the kind of wedding bands that I would like to get.
The kind of what?
Wedding bands, if I ever get married.
Ah, it's dangerous. Go alone.
To go alone.
Oh, to go alone. I see. So together they complete the message. Is that like a biohazard symbol or something?
Really, Sean?
Oh, it's the Triforce of Power.
Fucking
Of course
really?
it is. Oh, and it's in Nintendo font. I get it now. Okay. You tell I didn't play much Zelda as a kid?
Yes. It's like the first line in the game, so yes. Yes, I can.
So Zelda's the guy, right?
No.
Sean, you go in the fire and you die right now.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to the long-awaited return of the Multimedia Chronicles Podcast. Kind of an impromptu return. We've actually been planning to do this for a while and just kind of spontaneously did something today that we thought, what the hell, let's throw it up as an episode. So in collaboration with Geeky.com, it gives me great pleasure to welcome all of you to this inaugural return edition. And I'd just like to say right off the bat, sorry to skin slip, but I guess you're too busy playing PlanetSide 2 to participate today. But we'll have you next time. We still love you, man, and this was not a conspiracy to exclude you. All right. So, joining me today are...
GARBAGEGAMER.
And Stoudman.
Hooray!
Don't sound too enthusiastic.
And today we will be talking about the age-old discussion, which I've been meaning to do a video about for ages, when I thought, hey, let's bring in some of the other fine gentlemen here to get their thoughts on the subject. Digital downloads. Are they taking over from physical media? Let's start off by taking a look at some comments I received recently on one of my videos. Specifically, if you want to read this whole damn sordid discussion of bullshit for yourself, it's on my Ultimate DVD versus Blu-ray 1080p comparison video. I'll put a link in the description. You'll also find links to geeky.com in the description and a direct MP3 download link to this podcast. If you just want to throw it onto your portable device and have a nice, convenient digital download version, there will be no CD. Sorry. So, you want to hear the story that prompted my rage?
May as well, since you were typing out a hell of a long-ass response.
Alrighty. So, this was on my Ultimate DVD versus Blu-ray 1080p comparison video. It started off some guy just saying, hey, I've got a big DVD collection. I'm interested in Blu-ray. Looks like a really big difference, but I don't want to have to repurchase all my stuff. So I said, you don't have to. Just get a Blu-ray player. You can play your old stuff and, just get what you want on Blu-ray. No problem. Simple. And he was, very happy about that. Then some other guy chimed in. And that's where it all went downhill.
Damn you, some other guy.
So, other guy says...
Go to hell, some other guy.
Says, take a look at what happened to music. Tapes turned into CDs, then CDs turned into digital downloads. I'm sure we've all had a CD or a DVD that got scratched up, lost, or broken. Physical media is on its way out. Yeah, it's one of these guys. Oh, it gets better. Just wait. This is just the beginning. Here we go. I recommend iTunes, a solution to HD 1080p movies. You can re-download purchased movies as many times as you want. Play them on Apple TV. You don't have to worry about a cat spraying the bottom shelf of your DVD bookcase and having to toss House seasons 1 through 4. Stupid cat. So, just be a second here because YouTube's sort by thread doesn't do it properly.
That cat fucking loves House.
So here we are. So I respond, I said, a common misconception. No digital download is even close to the quality you get with physical media. You can still buy CDs Physical media is most certainly not on the way out. There always has and always will be a demand for it. MP3 and CD coexist and have done for years. Digital downloads for movies is exactly the same thing, simply providing another option for those who don't mind taking a hit on quality, for a bit of added convenience. But one is not replacing the other. And he says, I know the difference between Blu-ray 1080p and iTunes 1080p. Blu-ray is better in quality, but you have to zoom in times 10 to finally see iTunes start to blur. I own a few Blu-ray movies, and I can't remember what happened to my Iron Man 2 Blu-ray disc. That's my fault. But if I had bought it on iTunes, I could just re-download it for free. With a fast internet connection, Apple TV lets you stream your purchased movies and TV shows without having to own a computer. Downloading unlimited times wins.
Fallacy. Phallic arguments.
Yes. So I said...
Sometimes I wonder if these guys actually work for people trying to push digital downloads.
Just shills. Yeah, sometimes. Especially like how many times they mention brand names. That's often a giveaway. Like, I talk about Blu-ray as a format and high def as a format, but I don't mention specific brand names. I don't say Sony Blu-ray is just amazing with Sony Blu-ray from Sony.
Exactly. This is exactly my point.
Yes, it's quite possible. And I said, actually, no, not spontaneously losing discs and letting your cat pee all over them wins. Collectors take care of their collection. I've never lost a disc or had one damaged by accidents. Unlimited downloading equals time I'd rather not spend on something that I can have instant access to anytime I want. So no, unlimited downloading most certainly does not win.
Do you have anything to say after that?
Well, yeah, no, there's plenty more. I just got to find which one is next because there's just slightly out of order here.
It's out of sequence.
And I say, I carry on. Another point is collectors want something they can proudly display on a shelf and keep the cats away from, not a hard drive full of files. Plus, why would I want to have to re-download something over and over again just to watch it when I want?
I didn't do it.
It's supposed to be me that makes those noises.
Did the cat get into your house collection again?
If the cat looks like my hand, then yes.
Excellent. Re-download something over and over again. Yeah, why would I want to re-download something over and over again just to watch it when I want, when I can just walk over to my shelf, grab the disc, pop it in the player, and be enjoying a movie in the best possible quality within seconds? And then he responds, that argument sounds a lot like the ones I heard when CDs were the only way to listen to music. I went to a friend's house and logged on to their iTunes account, looked at all my purchased movies and downloaded those we wanted to see, without actually having to have a copy. When I say re-download, you can lose your computer, iPad, iPod, iPhone, or whatever. As soon as you get a new computer or iDevice, log into iTunes Store and get that copy again in full HD 1080p.
Oh,
you can't.
He is one of those guys.
You can't with hard disks. I like how everything is I this, I that. Apple fanboy much? And he says you can't do that with hard disks. And I said, again, take care of your equipment properly, and that kind of thing is never an issue. I make my own digital backups of things I'd like to have digital access to, and the beauty of owning the full quality original of that material is that I can make the digital version whatever quality I want. If my hard drive spontaneously implodes, I still have the CD. I'm also an expert in data recovery and have never lost a single file. Again, no need to re-download anything, ever. And he says, I can already download any quality I can also download any quality I want. When you buy an HD movie, you get 1080p and 720p versions. 1080p is for Apple TV at home. I can also download a 720p for portable devices. Pay for something once and own it forever. Gee, that doesn't sound like a slogan.
He's a walking commercial.
That doesn't sound like a slogan. And I said, I already pay for something once and own it forever with my DVDs and Blu-rays. Been doing that for years with the various home video formats since the 80s. Now I have a collection that I can proudly display and watch whatever I want, whenever I want. And yes, you have to zoom in 10 times to see the difference between a digital 1080p file and a Blu-ray if you have a tiny TV. On a large screen, 42 inches or higher, the difference is increasingly obvious. Sorry, but I won't compromise my quality. The hell?
Oh, sorry, I was looking on Tumblr.
It sounds like you spend a lot of time backing up your discs, something iCloud does for free, wherever you are. Even if you forget to take your entire Blu-ray collection with you if you travel somewhere. I can sign on a computer around the world and download what I want to see. I've thrown away tons of media just because it takes tons of space. Stacks of CDs and drawers full of DVDs. No more. I'll keep the favorites on my hard drive and the less watched in iCloud. It's that simple. Well, that totally... I didn't realize this as I was talking to him, but yeah, he really does sound like a fucking commercial.
He is.
So
He's
I said...
trying to sell it by responding to you.
Yeah, so I responded, I said, iCloud is inefficient for the volume of data that I deal with on a daily basis. 5 gigabytes? Pathetic. I have dozens of terabytes of data. No cloud-based storage solution would work for someone with my storage needs. But this is not the point. The point is there is demand and reason for both physical media and digital downloads. All reasons are perfectly valid. Not everyone has the same needs for their media. Some are satisfied with lower quality downloads. Others, like myself, demand more. And then he says, read more closely. It's 5 gigabytes for phone data, contacts, emails, and other phone information, not 5 gigabytes of movies and music. You said you keep some of your favorites in the cloud. Your fucking words! Because iCloud doesn't store your movies on a server. Think of it as a basic text document, maybe 100 kilobytes in file size on iCloud that says your iTunes account can download a certain movie again without paying for it. That's all it is. Some people demand full HD 1080p video without paying for it.
Did he really just say this stuff on the cloud is not stored on a server? What do you think the fucking cloud is?
Yeah, I know.
It's a base of fucking servers.
No, he's saying basically it saves an index file to indicate what you've already paid for on iTunes. And actually that isn't saved in iCloud. That's saved on iTunes via your Apple ID account. Like, even I fucking know that, and I hate Apple. All right. That's all it is. Some people demand full HD 1080p video without being forced to buy combo packs, which includes quality discs that won't even be used. Oh, you mean like the digital copies?
You know, the stuff that you seem to be praising all that much?
Yeah. And I just said, I really don't see how iCloud is even remotely related to what we're discussing. Great, you can back up your phone data and a handful of pictures. So what? This is about movies. So don't buy the combo pack. Duh. Most titles have a single disc option. I make use of both the DVD and Blu-ray versions. DVD for portability and watching a movie where there may be no Blu-ray player. Blu-ray for when I'm at home. The digital copies I can do without. They're useless. I can make my own if I want one. It's like, you don't see how iCloud is related to what we are discussing? Okay, I'll spell it out. You said the iCloud is insufficient for your volume of data because it only gives you 5 gigabytes. I was letting you know you were wrong. You said you can do without digital copies? Guess what? The media on a Blu-ray disc is digital. It's not a film strip. It's a digital file just on a disc. It's the only copy you'll ever get if you don't remember to back it up. I have tried Blu-ray and decided the future-proof way.
I'm done.
Yeah. I said, as for spending a lot of time backing up my discs... Oh, wait a minute. No, hold a second. Yeah. Fuck, where are we here? God damn it, YouTube. Fix your threading. Okay, yeah. So as for spending a lot of time backing up my discs, not at all. It takes me about the same amount of time to rip a disc as it would take you to download it. The difference? I now have a digital copy in quality of my choosing, with no digital rights management bullshit that could pull it off my library at any time. Under the Digital Millennium Copyright Act, you're allowed to make one backup copy of your media for personal use. So I can have the disc and a digital copy that I have full control over, all nice and legal. Finally, digital downloads is not a future-proof solution by any stretch. At any time, your license to use that file can be revoked. And guess what? You don't own it anymore. You don't truly own anything you download. With a CD, DVD, Blu-ray, or book, that's never an issue. You buy it, you own it for life. Someone isn't going to come into your house and take it off your shelf because they want to sell it to you again. If you seriously think you own your downloads, think again. DRM. Enough said. And he says, Are you upset that I can have all my movies in an external hard drive while you have walls and walls of movie collecting dust that you can't take with you without renting a U-Haul truck? No, I don't think someone is going to walk into my house and make me delete my movie collection. Ugh. You don't have to physically be in your house. They can just revoke your license, and guess what? You can't download it again. You brought up iCloud by saying it's insufficient to your needs by only having 5 gigabytes of storage. Are we back on fucking iCloud again? I was simply explaining it has nothing to do with media. Get it now? Probably not. Yeah, I get it, but it still is pointless. You're completely missing the point, you fucking Apple shill boy. He says, besides, I wasn't talking to you in the first place. I was telling someone who doesn't own a single Blu-ray disc not to waste their money. For you, it's too late. iTunes HD is so much better in so many scenarios. While you have to run out of the store to get a Blu-ray, I can log into iTunes, select my movie, start downloading it while making dinner, and then have it ready to play while I sit back and relax.
God.
Or I can stream it immediately. You'll still be waiting in line at the store.
I
should be reading
ad out of the ass, motherfucker.
I know. I should be reading that as like a infomercial announcer.
You kind of are. That's what's making it worse.
Let's try that again. iTunes HD is so much better in so many scenarios.
Oh, God.
While you have to run out to the store to get a Blu-ray, I can log into iTunes, select my movie, start downloading it while making dinner, and then have it ready to play while I sit back and relax. Or I can stream it immediately. You'll still be waiting in line at the store. Wow, I just want to slap the shit out of this guy.
I'll be waiting in line at the store because I have it at home. It's right fucking there.
Okay. Oh, this missed a couple because we're out of sequence. Thanks, YouTube. Awesome threading. And I said, yes, the digital video on a Blu-ray and DVD is digital. Duh. If you want to preserve the full quality of one Blu-ray with no loss, you're looking at 25 to 50 gigs of data per movie. So again, no, iCloud is not a solution to that. Again, I will not take a massive hit on quality just for the convenience of having a pre-encoded digital download. I'll keep the original and back up what I want, when I want, in whatever quality I want, with the added bonus of having something nice to display. At no point did you suggest it was a backup solution for someone with my needs. At no point did you suggest you could have 12 plus terabytes, that's terabytes, not gigabytes, of storage backed up on a regular basis with iCloud. You said you can have 5 gigabytes. When I scoffed at that being a solution, you said it was for backing up your phone. How did my saying I need storage for 12 terabytes of data translate in your mind to iCloud is the solution? So no, I don't see how iCloud is remotely relevant. Waiting line
I like how he doesn't mention,
yeah, I think it's all my...
Once at all that, having, 12 terabytes worth of movies on a hard drive could be gone even faster than your large collection of DVDs that you have on a shelf.
Yes.
Because, I mean...
Rub your feet accidentally on the carpet and touch your hard drive. There goes your 12 terabytes of movies.
Yeah. So
you have to spend the next year and a half downloading again.
You never know when that company that you bought it with, like Voodoo, you never know if they're going to go out of business and then everything you just bought on Voodoo is gone.
Yeah. They're like, well, just go download them again. Well, yeah, what about iTunes? What if they go out of business? What if Voodoo, Netflix, Hulu? What if all those just go under? All of your movies that you paid for and downloaded? Gone.
Physical media, you bought it, you have it. It's there. It's not going anywhere. It's there.
Yeah.
So hold those thoughts, guys. Just got a couple more here, and then we'll get into it.
All right,
get into it good and hard.
Good and hard.
So I just said, I think that's all. That's the last of his, and then there's just a couple of my responses here. I said I have clearly illustrated the point that there. Oh no, sorry.
Another one?
Sorry, yeah, no. I'm sorry that you can't understand the concept that other people like myself actually enjoy getting out of the house and going to a store to browse. Oh no, hold it. There is one more thing here, I think. Oh, where the fuck is it here? Besides, I wasn't talking. Oh, wait, no, that's the one. Yeah, okay, we already got that. Sorry. Sorry. Okay. Good. I'm sorry that you can't understand the concept that other people like myself actually enjoy getting out of the house and going to a store to browse, to hunt for that special item, and true pride of ownership is a foreign concept to you. I also shop online, in which case the item I bought is delivered right to my door. You completely missed my point that for each individual, one solution isn't always the optimal solution for that individual. I have options. You are blindly biased. I have clearly illustrated the point that there is value in both physical media and digital downloads. I enjoy the benefits of both. As a collector, no, I wouldn't want just digital downloads. I'm happy to move my collection with me when I move. I take pride in it. I have a true sense of ownership over something I can hold in my hand. You are clearly set in your ways regarding digital downloads and will never see or understand my point. In any case, we're done here. You will never see my point. I have stated repeatedly that I see yours and have explained ad nauseum the value of both physical media and downloadable content. You are too biased to understand. Goodbye. Enjoy living in your little box, while the rest of us enjoy the full spectrum of media and content available to us. Zaranyzerak. In your face. Suck my downloadable balls.
Zaranyzerak. Copyright. Trademark.
Cut print. We're done. Put it on YouTube. Okay, so discussion. Sure, that took so long. It was lengthy.
Well, it was epic.
But he's blocked now, so there will be no more, at least from him, until someone else sees that discussion and decides to throw in their 2 cents.
My whole 2 cents on that is, well, besides the fact that he's the biggest fucking moron I've ever seen, yeah, digital having. Well, okay, actually, going back a little bit, Stoud, weren't you just recently talking about your brother about how he was getting rid of his entire physical media collection?
This is why that pisses me off, because I'm just like,
he's dealing with it.
Like, I can tell him, this isn't a good idea. I can disagree with him on it, but ultimately, it's his fucking decision. So it's like, if you want to do that, fine. But yeah, apparently they're in the process of getting rid of their entire physical media collection. Blu-rays and DVDs and whatnot, and getting everything that they can find that they have on Blu-ray and DVD that they can find on Vudu, and getting it on Vudu instead.
So wait. I thought Vudu was like a digital copy conversion service. Like you send them all your media and they make digital copies for you or something.
No, that's what is that, like Go Blue Media or something weird. It was Vudu. Something that Walmart is promoting.
No, it's not Vudu.
All right.
Vudu does offer, from what I understand, better quality 1080p video, but
so higher bit rate or whatever.
It's not, it's not as good as Blu-ray, obviously.
Well, no.
But I mean, from what I understand, the reason he did this is so that the kids would have an easier time accessing it without, messing up the discs or anything, because they seem to have trouble with the discs.
Well, that's fine. Have both!
Well, yeah, but no, he's like, I'm going to get rid of the discs and just do this instead. It's like, I don't know about that.
So you just wasted all that money.
Well, that's how I feel. It's like, why are you doing this?
You already own these movies physically, so you're going to buy them again digitally, something that's not concrete.
That's
where to you does this make sense? This is my brother, the guy who is fucking he's always the guy to go to look for a deal on something. He always gets the best deal on everything, and he's always adamant about saving money. Like we all are in my family, right?
Sure.
But I don't know how he got into this fucking concept that this somehow saves money, because oh my god, you are so wrong.
Well, it'll save space, certainly, but I don't know about saving money.
Yeah. Like I said, for me, I'm very happy that here in the next I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks that we are dropping cable actually, we are dropping cable completely. And we're installing a antenna to get basic channels around. And then we're getting a Roku box with Hulu, Netflix, and Amazon.
Oh, there you
all
go.
These streaming services. Does that, tell me, hey, I'm going to get rid of my DVD and Blu-ray collection? No, because even with Hulu, Netflix, and Amazon Prime, there is still stuff in my collection that is, 1, better quality, 2, is not on those streaming services, and 3, never will be on those streaming services.
That's very true.
It is, a lot of the stuff is so obscure. Like, I mean, yeah, they may show up for a little while, but again, nothing is concrete. And that's one thing people need to understand about the world of the internet and things of that nature. Is stuff that's either digital on a hard drive on a server is actually less concrete than physical media.
Exactly. Because, I mean, like I was saying to that guy, it's like you buy the disc, you own it forever. But
it's up to you to take care of it.
It's your responsibility to take care of the things you own. I mean,
and
whether
not have
it's
your cat fucking piss all over it.
Yeah, just don't let your cats near it. Like, oh God. I mean, it's his own irresponsibility. It's not.
I don't understand how people can lose discs too. What are they, just like when they're done watching, they go, "Oh, I'm done watching that," fling and throw it across the fucking.
Yeah, to me, that's a completely foreign concept as well. Like, I don't lose discs. I put them back in the case. And if I don't put them back in the case, they're somewhere in the vicinity and findable,
Yeah.
But I was going to say, like, as far as digital downloads taking over, the one point I will concede is with regards to movie rentals. And the reason is because with movie rentals, it's about convenience more than anything else. You don't care as much about quality. You rent something, you're not getting it to own it. You're getting it just to see the movie or whatever. So quality isn't a big concern. You just want to check
the whole idea of the rental, is to see the film, just to see the film, and then make your choice upon then whether to purchase it for better quality and to own it for an extended period of time. That's a rental.
See, for some people, they're just renters. So the concept of being a collector is just a foreign concept to them.
My dad is one of those.
To them, digital downloads are perfect because that's all they need. They don't care so much about quality. They just like to rent something, watch it once, and then move on to the next thing, whatever.
Yeah.
But for people like us, we'll rent something to check it out to see if we like the movie, and then if we like it, we'll buy it.
The only DVDs. My dad, like I said, is the renter kind of person. He's the kind of guy, he'll be happy with 3 channels on TV. And doesn't buy movies, doesn't even rent, really. The only reason he has a small collection of DVDs is because I bought them for him. I physically went out and went to a store and actually looked and found stuff that I believe he would like, and he does. I've caught him a few times popping in a DVD and watching it, because he doesn't understand. He doesn't know about collecting. He doesn't know about the benefits of owning stuff on DVD and something like that. So I kind of push it towards him. I go, here's Twilight Zone season 3. Check it out. Here's some stuff. And he'll look and he goes, oh, it has this episode, and he gets interested. Yeah. That is how it works, and something like that. And it's just people like that just fail to understand.
Well, the other thing is, I think there's been a real downturn in pride of ownership. The point I was trying to illustrate to that guy was like pride of ownership. I mean, you hold something in your hand, you look at it, it's something physical. I mean, look at that. What is it, that Star Trek Next Generation movie where Picard is trying to explain to Data the concept of, seeing something from history and being able to touch it somehow makes it more real. And that Data just can't wrap his head around it. He's like, well, switch on your emotion chip. And they're standing in front of the old rocket ship. And then try it. So then he tries it and he's like, now I understand. But to me, it's the same concept with owning physical media. It's a pride thing. It makes it more real. It has that tactile element. You can sit there and you can check out the the beautiful artwork on the case as you're watching the movie. It's like, oh yeah, it's like I'm holding a piece of the movie in my hand. Something physical, something tactile.
That I Am Legend set I just bought on Blu-ray. It's a perfect example. I like the movie.
Well, look at the big collector sets. That's something you will never get with the digital downloads. Most you get with the digital download is a thumbnail. Great.
Yeah.
But with a big collector set, you not only get the movie, but you get extras, behind the scenes stuff, and you get swag. And that is the correct use of the term swag, by the way, meaning goodies. You get swag, you get stuff, you get things.
Cards, art books. You get those really cool one that's coming in the I Am Legend set. That really cool thing that you move and it shows a scene from the movie.
Oh, the lenticular.
Thing.
Yeah, I've got one of those. I've got one of those in my Blade Runner set. Some of the old Laserdisc sets I have actually include the script. So you have the script there, the physical script. I guess in a digital download, maybe you could get the PDF of the script, but then that.
And some of the digital downloads also come with the crappy MP3 soundtrack.
Yeah, great. Yeah, wonderful. In 128 kilobits per second audio. It's just as good as a CD. No, it's not. Shut up. No. I'm not even an audiophile, and I can tell the difference.
Well, when it comes to music, Amazon in particular, I don't know about iTunes, but I know that with Amazon, the highest bit rate they tend to get is I think it's like 392 kilobits per second or something like that.
I think those are the high bit MP3s.
Yeah,
they get.
And that's the higher. They do sound good. That's the higher end for MP3 on Amazon. Yeah. Do you know how high bit rate you can get with the CD? 1.44 megabytes. Fuck, man.
Well, CD is uncompressed. It's wave files. If you were to rip a CD uncompressed, it's uncompressed wave files. So you're literally looking
sounded in the fucking studio.
Yeah, pretty damn close. I mean, you're basically looking at 10 megabytes per minute of CD quality audio versus an MP3 version of a song, which is, say, 1 megabyte per minute. It's literally a 10-to-1 ratio for a typical MP3.
What I was kind of surprised is when I got that recent THQ Humble Bundle, they came with the soundtracks to all of the games. So I decided to check out the Saints Row one because I really like the intro music. Mm-hmm. I was surprised that they came in FLAC files.
Yep.
Oh, really?
They came in really high quality FLAC files.
See, that's
holy crap.
That's rare. That's like
60 meg files.
Yeah. That's the one case where you can get CD quality in compressed form. But even then, FLAC doesn't actually compress it that much. Like if you want full quality FLACs, you're really looking at a 2-to-1 ratio, maybe 3-to-1. So like a CD would typically be, say, 400 megabytes in size, will be like 200 in FLAC format. So it's not a huge compression, but it does save space, especially with a lot of them. Yeah. But it's, unfortunately, as good as it is, it's not widely available commercially. Like it's more of, sort of a thing that collectors do when they rip their own CDs.
Yeah, they say it's a niche file format.
Yeah, which is unfortunate. It just goes to show how little people en masse actually care about quality. They care more about the convenience than the quality, which is why, up-converted DVD is good enough. MP3 is good enough. It's like, well, sorry that for you, your standards are so low that good enough is good enough. But for others, like myself and other collectors like me, that is not good enough. We want the best. That is cool.
People will say, well, that's just kind of selfish of you to think that you demand the best. I go, it's not that we demand the best. We just know that there is better available.
Yeah.
Why not go for the best available?
I don't see. To me, I can't wrap my head around that. I can't understand why somebody wouldn't want the best that is available.
If it's your favorite movie of all time, why would you want to settle with something that's mediocre? Or that's something that's not the best, that doesn't show to you, back to you, the quality that you want from something that you love so much.
Because there is no reason for these types of people to have to go out and buy everything on Blu-ray. No, don't do that. Just get some of your all-time favorites.
And if anybody's hung out with us long enough, they would realize that we don't praise everything on Blu-ray.
No.
There's a lot of things that came out on Blu-ray that we go, what the fuck? You know,
Or
what is this crap?
Like
that we go back
or whatever.
Yeah, and then we go back and we say, don't get this on Blu-ray for now until they fix this. Stick with your DVD or other format that you have it on. Perfect example, which is being apparently from what I saw is getting fixed here soon, is Terminator 2. We've told was it Terminator?
The first Terminator, yeah.
I thought in the second one as well.
No.
The Skynet edition.
No. Unless you found a news item that I haven't seen. As far as I'm aware, I've only seen that we're getting the recently retransferred version that they got in the UK. And I love how they waited after they've already put out the box set of all 4 movies, and then we get the new transfer. It's like, you fucking assholes.
But I am talking about the already released Blu-ray editions of Terminator 1 and 2.
No, we're getting a replacement for Terminator 1, but Terminator 2, there's
still fucked up.
Yeah.
It's still fucked up. We still tell people, if you have the oh fuck, I have a brain fart. The Ultimate Edition.
Yeah.
The Extreme Edition. Stick with that one.
Stick with those. Or, if you've got the money, track down the Japanese release. Because the Japanese release is an altered transfer. It's actually the way it's supposed to look. It's good. All the detail, all the film grain, it's all there. And it's currently the only version in the entire world that is done properly.
That's sad.
It is. Yeah, especially considering what a huge influential movie it is.
Oh no, you think it'd get better treatment.
You'd think it would get royal treatment. Like in terms of extras, for sure. I mean, every edition of Terminator 2 we've had on DVD and Blu-ray has had like decent extras. But it really comes down to how good is the quality of the transfer on the movie. But
to be perfectly honest,
we're drifting from the point a bit here.
Oh no, I mean, like last point about that is, I still cannot believe that this many years out, 7 years now since Blu-ray's been announced and officially confirmed as the new format, that we're still telling people to stick with your Extreme Edition DVDs of that movie.
In some cases,
that's ridiculous.
Predator would be another one. I still have my 2-disc DVD edition. I'm not wasting my money on that fucking DNR mess. Ultimate Hunter edition, the Ultimate DNR edition.
Yeah.
But so concluding thoughts: digital downloads.
Not worth it right now. Well, worth it in some cases.
Yeah.
Worth it as another backup to a current physical form that you already have.
Yeah. Stoud?
They have their place, but at the same time, I mean, if you really wanted to, you could do without them just by, taking your own DVDs and Blu-rays and whatnot and putting them onto your computer in file format, and there you go. So it's like it might take a little bit longer, but you could still do it without having to access a downloadable service if you really wanted to.
That's true.
There's not really too much point to that except ease of use, and if that's all you're really there for, then okay. But if you want to make sure that what you're paying for is something that you're going to get a lot out of no matter what, then physical media is the way, because it's physical, because it's there. It's never going to let you down unless you get DVD route.
Yeah,
I'd say if you absolutely have to have a digital version of your Blu-ray or DVD that you have, find a program and rip it yourself. I guarantee you'll get better quality than what the crap that they have you downloading off of iTunes.
Oh yeah. And and you guys were saying earlier, while I was still in the middle of reading the comments, was this whole mentality is like, well, once you buy it, you can download it unlimited times. You own it for life. It's like, but what if the company you bought it from goes out of business?
Yeah.
Which is very possible considering how many streaming services there are out there competing for your business right now.
Yeah.
I honestly don't see iTunes going away, but some of the smaller ones, it's a crapshoot.
Voodoo in particular, I mean, they're getting popular, but you never know when in a few... I mean, nobody thought that Blockbuster was going to go the way to Dodo, but guess what? How many blockbusters are there in the world nowadays, eh?
A lot less than there used to be.
Seriously.
Yep.
But some would argue, like, well, that's because digital downloads took over. See, it's happening. It's like, yeah, in the rental market, not in the owning market. And then they say, oh, well, you go into a store, you see less and less DVDs and Blu-rays in there now, so that means digital downloads are taking over. It's like, no, it doesn't. It means more people are shopping online. That's what it means. The physical media is still out there. It's just not
storefront.
It's just not in the stores as much as it used to be. Yeah, but if you go on Amazon and eBay, you can find current releases for everything in physical media. Multiple formats, multiple editions. Take your pick.
I mean, it's just, are you really that dense that you realize that there's a lot of shit you could buy at like Best Buy online that you can't buy in the store?
Yeah, exactly.
It's just
like people just don't get it. They look at what's immediately in front of their eyes and jump to conclusions based on incomplete information.
Did you not notice the online only section of Walmart.com?
Yeah. Well, actually, even Future Shop and Best Buy have that now. You can do web orders at customer service.
Yeah, I mean, stuff that they believe would go well online, but they either don't have enough of them or they're not as popular enough to have a storefront location.
Yeah.
They have them in a warehouse where you can order them online.
Exactly.
There you go.
So, no, folks, physical media isn't going away. No, digital downloads aren't taking over. And if you think that that's what happened with CDs, then look at history again. You can still buy CDs of everything.
Yep.
Yeah. And if you really want to talk about something that's going the way of the dodo, talk about something like, I don't know, big box stores going the way of the dodo because of websites like Amazon.
Yeah. No, exactly. That's the change that's happening. Is it's moving away from brick and mortar stores and moving more towards online shopping because people like the convenience. I mean, let's face it. I mean, we all do this. It is.
I just did my entire Christmas shopping on Amazon.
There you go. See, it's so much easier to do comparative shopping online where you just have a few tabs open of different sites you're looking at and comparing prices and finding the best deal than it is to be wandering all over town looking at all the various stores that might not even have the things you're looking for, So yeah, absolutely. I love shopping online and I love going to brick and mortar stores. I like both. Same with digital downloads of physical media. I enjoy both. I use both. And they're both going to continue to coexist for a very long time, well into the foreseeable future.
Yep.
So enjoy. Buy what you like. Use what you like. It's up to you. What is good, but whatever you do, don't go out of your way to tell somebody else what they should or shouldn't be doing. Where it's like, well, why are you buying all these things on physical media? Physical media is a big waste of time and space, money. It's like, maybe for you, but for that person it isn't. You're not them. They're not you. What's right for you isn't necessarily right for them. Everybody's different. That's what makes the world an interesting place.
Yeah. I for one, like Zaranyzerak was saying, take pride in sitting here as I'm talking to you right now and looking at my DVD and Blu-ray shelf, looking at my games shelf that has cartridges and disc-based games. Games that, you can find online now and play them through legal emulation, but it's still not as good as playing on the actual system.
No.
And also it just looks awesome. Oh, I'm sorry, it does.
That's the other thing. I mean, for us, it's... we like the packaging, we like the artwork, we like having things to display on the shelf proudly. I mean, I look at your, for example, GARBAGEGAMER there, your pictures of your retro collection. It looks fucking awesome. I mean, I look at that and waves of nostalgia wash over me. I think, I remember that. I remember that and that game. And he's even got like an old CRT TV to set it up to play them on. And it's like fucking awesome, But if you just had like a hard disk full of ROM files and had that in your picture, like how much nostalgia would you feel for that?
Yeah.
Like, that's an awesome hard drive. Amazing. Oh, and this hard drive is my movie collection. Oh, look at that hard drive. Wow.
Such a hot hard drive.
This hard drive is my music collection. Oh, yeah, look at that hard drive. There's a lot of music on there. Wow.
Yeah. I also like to technically, Stoudman was mentioning this, it was about a week ago, about having your your Blu-ray DVD game collection as collateral. It's very much collateral compared to a digital copy. I mean, you can't say, here's a thumb drive with this movie on it.
Can't sell your copy back.
We figure, actually what recently happened to The Lonesome Foghorn. Yeah. I don't know if you heard about that. He sold almost his entire... He had enough DVDs and Blu-rays to sell them off and fund a music studio.
Yes. Well, he basically wanted to rent out a music studio to record an album with his band. And it's basically one of his big dreams. And, I mean, he's been a huge collector for years. And you go to his YouTube channel, there's, like, tons of collection videos and stuff like that. He's been one of the pillars of the community for years. And one day he just up and decided, you know what? I really want to record an album. I need the money to do it. I'm going to sell my whole collection. Done.
And because he had a physical collection, he was able to fund to get the studio to record his album that he wanted to do. I'm sorry, but you cannot do that with a cloud service. You cannot do that with digital downloads. You can't say, I want to sell my entire collection. Here's my hard drive.
There you go. That is a really, really good point. That didn't even occur to me. But
you've done it yourself, Sean, when you run into hard times.
You're another good example.
It's true. Yeah, there's been a few occasions, well, a lot of times over the years where just, times are tough, whatever, things aren't going so well.
When you moved, we dubbed it, wasn't it The Great Purge?
The Great Purge, yes. There's been a few great purges over the years.
Yeah, like if you sold several hundred DVDs and Blu-rays that you had.
If I still had everything that I have owned at one time or another over the years in terms of like home video media, I'd need another apartment just to keep it all.
Yeah.
But it's good to do that because you do kind of clear out the collection for a bit and you just kind of hang on to the stuff you really care about. But I was going to say, see folks, physical media makes dreams come true.
Okay, Walt
and
Disney.
Keep certain dreams alive.
And it can keep a roof over your head and food on your table.
But in all seriousness, though, that's another thing that most people think about. Well, not most, but some people do, like me, think of it as if you absolutely have to, if you fall on extreme desperate times, you have money staring you in the face.
Yeah, it's an investment.
It's an investment. It really is.
That's very true.
It really is. Especially if it's not just, obviously you collect what you love and enjoy, but there's also the equal number of people who would also love and enjoy to have what you have and are willing to pay a premium for that.
Yeah. Well, there's other collectors, and obviously other people are interested in it because look how many people watch the videos that we produce.
Oh, exactly.
In our collections,
and how many visit, our site every day.
Exactly.
For the same reason. So.
Alrighty. Well, I think that wraps it up for this discussion. Let's call it a day, and I think we'll just post it on YouTube basically as is. Because that's basically an episode right there. We've been talking about this for almost an hour. Alrighty. So that is it from us to you for now, folks. I am Zaranyzerak.
I am Garbage Gamer.
I'm Stoudman.
And if you were wondering who the mysterious girl who commented a few times at the beginning there when I was trying to read the comments, that was CrimsonOoze, who is a regular chat room participant and I guess had to go away before we finished the discussion. But that's okay. I'm sure you'll hear her in a future episode. So this has been the inaugural return edition of the Multimedia Chronicles podcast. For those of you wondering what happened to the old Multimedia Chronicles podcast, I did 2 whole entire episodes like 4 years ago. So yeah, you're not missing much. Produced in collaboration with Geeky.com. When it's just not geeky enough, Geeky.com. Link in the description. And of course, all music used in this podcast is original music by Zaranyzerak. That's me. And I freely give myself permission to use that music for any purpose, including and especially commercial. Oh yeah, money. And if you'd like to check out the YouTubes of these 2 fine gentlemen who joined me this evening, we, of course, have Stoudman, youtube.com/Stoudman, link in the description. And Garbage Gamer goes by Smeckledorf here on the tubes of you. Once again, link in the description, so check them out. All right, see you next time, guys. As always, this is, of course, copyright 2012. me, I guess. So until next time, thanks for listening, and sayonara.